For MSO Web Radio, I'm Rick Bourne from the Mayor's office. Now it's time to talk with Mayor Carolyn Kirk this last week in March. Welcome back, Mayor.
Hi, Rick. How are you?
I'm fine, Madam Mayor. Now, let's talk a little bit about some major topics of the last week or so. One of the topics that is on a lot of people's lips at the moment due to traffic and things like that is the water situation in Gloucester. And can you give us an update as to what's happening?
Yeah, I know it feels like the citizens of Gloucester are under siege. The CSO project is what's detouring the traffic and causing the problems as you move around the city.
What's CSO?
Combined Sewer Overflow. It's a project that we're under a federal consent decree that we have to complete, and the consent decree was signed in 2002, 2003, so it's been a project that we're on the tail end of, which is a good news, but it is massively disruptive. On the water specifically, we did have a significant break the other night, and it shut down the boulevard, shut down water service in the middle of the night for a period of time. They were able to isolate the break and restore water, but brown water was completely turned throughout the system. What happens is when you lose pressure or you lose there's a disturbance in the flow, it kicks up the sediments that rest in the pipes, and when there's normal flow, those sediments just sit there. But if there's any disturbance, such as a water main break, then it's a real problem.
And generally that clears up after a period of time?
Yeah, after a day or two. Now, we had a 3-alarm fire last night.
Right, I was going to mention that, yeah.
Yeah, so that also, because of the demands on the water system to fight a fire of that magnitude, that will draw down water pressure and then interrupt those flows and kick up some of that sediment. So the combination of the water main break and the fire is leading to these reports of brown water. And someone brought in I
saw that. A sample. Somebody dropped a sample off.
Yeah.
How thoughtful.
Well, the pipe, the thing that I would like to express to people is these pipes are 100 years old. And they're at the end of their life. Yeah. And it's about an $18 million project to replace the pipes. Some of them can be bored out and lined, but again, it's significant capital work which requires tearing up the streets. Yeah. We're
going to continue on that,
but,
but in our limited time here, I do want you to talk about the waterfront.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, specifically, I4C2, which is the folk term for the blighted parcel down on Roger Street next to the Gloucester House. And the city is looking to acquire that property. Really, the only way that property is going to be cleaned up and put to positive, productive use is if the city takes possession of the parcel. It's a long story.
Right.
The property owner has absolutely no interest in participating in any kind of development effort. So anything we do without him, without owning the property, is speculative. So we're put forward a proposal, the administration, to the City Council, and it's really a vote for the future. We want that parcel to represent the harbor plan and the economic development plan of the city, both of which state that the jobs and investment coming to the City of Gloucester in the future will come from the visitor-based economy, the maritime economy, which are different types of businesses that are compatible with the fishing industry or here because of our status as a port city. And the third leg of that is the fishing industry. We continue to be in the top 10 commercial ports in the country in the fishing industry. So visitor-based economy, maritime economy, fishing industry, that parcel has it all. It's got the docks to support the commercial fishing. It's got the wharf, which is going to be part of our public access harbor walk. And the land can be put to some maritime purpose. And so we're very excited for what the parcel could represent for the city.
Now, you said there's a proposal that the City Council is working on. What's the timeline on what happens next?
The Council has 60 days to vote the proposal up or down with a 30-day extension. So the Council's doing their due diligence right now. The administration has been before 2 of 3 of the subcommittees of the City Council. Tonight will be at another one. We'll have a public hearing for community input on April 13th, and we'll have a public hearing on the loan authorization, which will fund a portion of the property, and that'll be April 27th. And I'm hoping by, I don't know, May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, we will have possession of the property, in which case we will send the DPW down, we'll have a community cleanup day, and by Memorial Day, the property should no longer be blighted. That's
Isn't that
kind of
cool?
the time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know in the last decade or so, Newburyport has had a renovation, Salem going through a renovation. Is this the kind of thing that maybe we could possibly look forward to down on the waterfront?
Yeah, and I think it's not renovation, I think it's renaissance. It really is a renaissance. How do we polish up the diamond in the rough that the city of Gloucester is? And I truly believe that it is a diamond in the rough. And we need to invest in our future, we need to control our destiny, and we want the community with us in the process.
All right, that's Gloucester Mayor Carolyn Kirk from the Mayor's Office. For MSO Web Radio, I'm Rick Moore.